Zadondani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are returning to the devlogs. Yes, the series that unfortunately I haven't been able to do for a little while is finally back here on the channel. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to tell you, like, all the crazy things that I've done since the last devlog, because I really haven't even been on RPG Maker MZ since the last devlog. I have gotten on there every now and again to basically do a few things with characters and stuff like that, but pretty minor stuff, to say the least. But don't worry, devlogs are coming back, and honestly, I think that you guys are really going to be excited to see all of the future that is going to be going on for this series. Basically, though, what this devlog is going to be about is basically me explaining what devlog is to everyone new who hasn't been around for this. Basically, Build the Adventure is a series that I created here on the channel a while ago. I believe starting in right around the time that frickin' COVID started, like just a little bit before then. And basically, in that series, I created a whole bunch of just crazy scenarios that could happen for a D&D-esque game. And basically, the plan was that you guys would vote on basically everything going forward, and then YouTube decided, you know what, we're actually going to make it so that you actually can't do polls in your videos anymore, which I'm still very confused why the heck they did that. Like, seriously, that was like one of the major things that was going to be involved with that series. So, yeah, that sucked. So, in order to combat this, I instead decided to create a video game which would use the concepts that I had planned to make in this series and actually compile them into their own universe. That becoming the Build the Adventure universe, which is also in the same universe as Liza One Shot, who is a Rift Hunter. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, there's a lot to deal with this, and I don't want to get into all of the details here about the story and all of that jazz, but basically that's what this game is. Now, a while ago, when I first started making this thing in a video game form, I was using RPG Maker MV, and through that I created multiple really interesting systems, including honestly, I think it's really intuitive, the way that I handled the card system, which would basically cause the player to have a random attacker or a random magic user. Basically, they would choose a card and then suddenly they would do a random attack on their enemy. And honestly, I think that it was a really interesting mechanic, to say the least. And that was one of the major parts that I did. I also did a lot of mapping. Since then, I have switched over to MZ, and that is what the current devlog, what the last few devlogs were. Unfortunately, I got really exhausted with it very quickly because of the fact that I have to redo basically everything that I managed to accomplish before. Things like the gathering and crafting systems have to be completely reworked, which those were complicated in themselves. So, yeah, that's why I stopped for a while. But yes, the crafting and gathering systems are just really challenging to make. So I decided to remove. So we're going to be doing some things slightly different with those. Basically, what they're going to be instead is that they're going to be a shop system and so on and so forth. It's a little bit complicated, but basically you can by gathering the different recipe books across the world, you're going to be able to unlock different shops that will sell you weapons, armor, different things like that, depending on the actual items you have. And then what you're actually saying that you're doing is that you're actually crafting these items, which I think is going to be a really cool mechanic to actually handle it. So yeah, there's not real. I don't know if there's going to be a melding system or anything, but there's a lot of cool mechanics. I think that honestly a lot of you guys are really going to enjoy. There's also a lot more things that have been introduced. One of which being the underground mining system, which in that you'll be able to travel across the world in very quick amount of time without necessarily having to go to the overworld in order to get to certain locations. Instead, you'll be able to connect to multiple different locations by using the tunnel system underneath the world, which will be kind of a bit of a maze situation, but it will, once you actually know the mazes, then you will be able to get to almost every single location in the world in record time. So definitely look forward to that. Also, we are going to be introducing some really cool stuff, I think at least, with a whole bunch of the different character dynamics and stuff like that. One of the things that I was kind of wanting to do before was I wanted there to be multiple characters that you would have quests that you would need to do for them. But the way that it worked was that you would be required to have a certain character in your party in order to actually accomplish certain quests. And but I think that something else that will be really interesting is multiple characters that require different things to actually obtain them. Obviously, there was the friendly monster mechanic, which honestly I'm still really looking forward to actually handling that. But basically, those were one and done missions. Instead, there will now be multiple characters just scattered across the world that you will come across just randomly, and in order to add them to your party, or to, in certain cases, to add a member of their team to your party, you'll have to do certain missions around the world in order to accomplish these things. One such example is that of the Electric Ninjas lab crew, which will include basically everyone from the main lab, aka Electric Ninja, Shion, Raven, Dr. Fanu, Embrira, Lilith, Punisher Matt, and I forget who the eighth one is. But the point is that all of those guys are going to be in there, and then you'll find, after you've gained all of these characters, or once you've done a certain number of missions, then you'll be able to gain someone that is connected to them into your party. In a similar vein, you will also be able to go to certain, each of the different dungeons, the big dungeons at least. You will also be able, if you go all the way to the end of them, you will be able to unlock a character that has some connection to a specific other universe. This is going to be our basic way to make cameos to other universes within the Riftverse, which is the full version of the Intrepid Books company. So yeah, look forward to seeing all of that craziness. But basically, you'll see things like a good example would be maybe you'll come into a one of the first dungeons that you're going to be going through is the Aerolap temple, I guess. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. But if you guys know about, once you guys have actually read Pelora, then you'll actually be able to realize, oh, shnikey, that's, the Aerolaps are really important, and that's how you get involved with the Pelora universe. And so on and so forth, and eventually you'll get a dragon character, or a humanoid dragon. It's complicated, I'm not going to get into it right now, but you'll gain one of the older members, someone from way in the past of the Pelora universe that will become a very useful member to you and will be able to directly contact Sai, who is an extremely important character in the Pelora universe, and so on and so forth. There's going to be a whole bunch of them. There's probably going to be someone involved with the Nuke Heroes, there's going to be someone involved with Sting's Adventures, and like I said, it goes on, and it's really complicated to actually go into it all, so I'm not going to. But, like I said, also there are going to be other characters that you'll just randomly find. One of the important things is that Tarhoon, who is one of the main characters that you'll get just normally, or you should probably get him normally, has a mission or a whole bunch of side quests for you that will actually end up with you getting an extra house, which technically you don't need the extra house, but it will basically be a place where you can actually hang your hat and rest when you're not actually out in the wilderness and stuff. It's one of the 2 free, well actually I guess 3 free locations where you can rest. The others, of course, being places where you would actually have to go to the inn in order to rest, or you temporarily get a free location for a short amount of time. These are places like Big Lizard Toe, the Bandit Camp, even the Dragon Temple. All of these different locations you have to go to the inn in order to rest, but now you'll have 3 locations where you'll be able to just rest without necessarily having to actually go to the store. You won't have to purchase the stuff. So you want to go, you can either go to frickin' Lil Lizard Toe, upgrade that place to a whole bunch, go to your home, which is on the other side of the world, or you'll be able to find Tarhoon's home, and then you'll be able to spend a few nights there for free. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. But there's also other characters. One such character is that of Jade, who is going to be an extremely fun character that you will be able to interact with, kind of acting like Yuffie to a certain degree, basically showing up every now and again to cause mayhem, and you'll see her briefly while you're just going through different forests, and obviously you'll have to deal with her shenanigans, but eventually you will find out what she's actually been doing this entire time, and that is finding her friends that she's been separated from, including her owl, Greyfeather. So definitely look forward to seeing that stuff, which will actually help you to gain her as a playable character. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. There's also another mission that is going to be out on the high seas, where you will actually have to, up until you actually figure out the actual reason why you're being hunted by pirates, you'll be hunted by a specific pirate and his crews, and you'll be forced to battle them multiple times, and it's gonna get, trust me, it's gonna get annoying really fast. But don't worry, once you actually figure out what is going on and why he's so pissed off, you can actually choose to help him, and then you'll be able to roam the seas for free, only coming across aquatic creatures that you would usually only find in the under the water, which were being driven deeper down because of the pirates. So yeah, look forward to that chaos. Oh, there's a lot of crazy things similar to that I think that you guys are really gonna find really interesting. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys are excited to see in this new chaos. Obviously, I'm really excited to see what you guys will think of everything that's going to be coming to the devlogs. Unfortunately, like I said, there's going to be a lot more time, and more than likely, it's only going to be like one map added per per actual video for a while, just because of the fact that I have other things that I need to do. So yeah, look forward to seeing all of the different chaos and information that's going to be added in the devlogs, and look forward to seeing all of the cool new mechanics that are going to be added to this game. Now, obviously don't expect this game to be releasing anytime soon, but I think that you guys will absolutely enjoy seeing what comes of the rest of this series. So yeah, look forward to it. But anyways guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. And even if you're not new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell, because it really does help us out a lot. And I know that very few people are actually subscribed, so again, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. Of course, if you do want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias, and ways that you can support us financially, including our Patreon, and our merch store, and the book. I'm going to start talking more about the book soon. Look forward to seeing that stuff on Intrepid Books very soon. Of course, yes, and of course, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. If you are going to leave a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in a comment. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. But on!